Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a timeless general love and life reading for Cancer. You could have Cancer in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements. Cancer, please keep in mind these readings are general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, do not try to make it fit. Everything is subject to free will and the will of the divine. No one is free from law of cause and effect. Roles can be reversed. What that means is this could be something you're doing going on around you. This could be something your person is doing going on around them. This could be a family member, friend, coworker, boss, a neighbor. This could be in your neighborhood, your immediate environment, your town, your city. Okay. This could also be something from the past, something currently going on. And so I've been told my readings tend to be very future predictive. So this definitely can be something coming towards you as well. So please keep that in mind. What else? Oh, if you would like to get a personal reading with me that is tailored specifically to your energy and or situation, my email is in the description box below. I do offer $10 off for first-time clients who get their first reading with me. So definitely take advantage of that. Also in the description box below, will be the extended version of this reading, as well as your next 3 months future predictions for October, November, December 2022. They range for about approximately 30 minutes to maybe an hour. And each month is looked at individually. And under each month is life messages, love, money, zodiac signs you could be dealing with, spirit messages, and guidance. Okay, it's pretty in-depth. It's $12.99 USD, so it's a pretty good price. So definitely check that out if you like. All right, let's see. What is going on for Cancer in love and in life, please, Spirit? Cancer, show me Cancer, please. Okay. Cancer. Okay. Show me Cancer, please. Okay. Okay. All right. So now this could be you, this could be someone around you, but somebody here is feeling some type of emotional loss or trying to avoid some type of emotional loss. Okay. With the Empress or the Fertility here in the reverse, somebody here is either feeling the loss of you or you're feeling the loss of somebody. We got Taurus, Libra here. Okay. We also have like 5 of Cups type of energy or 5 of Earth. Okay. For some of you, you missed your mother as well. But with the next card, moving on in suffering and silence here, it feels like either you or somebody else here is moving on from you. Either you are or they are, but there's somebody here feels the emotional loss of you. Or you feel the emotional loss of this person. Somebody here is feeling the emotional loss, suffering in silence about it, and moving on. But with the passion ignited, which is like the Ace of Wands, there's a new action that's going to be taken, new passion, maybe new romance possibly, that is coming either your way or their way. But somebody here is literally moving on. Somebody here wasn't very caring or loving. Fertility or the Empress reverse is somebody who doesn't plant good seeds, meaning like they don't come from a place of strong empathy. They also don't come from a place of true caring. It's like the bad mom, the bad mother. You could be moving on from, no judgment towards your mom or anything, but you could be moving on from a mother figure, a mom, possibly. It's not something that you want to do. Or someone is moving on from you, or you're moving on from a mother figure. I'm also hearing someone say, I can't be your mother. I can't be the mother you need. So I don't know what that's about. It's like somebody here expected or expects the other person to finish raising them, and that's not going to happen, right? Somebody needs to raise themselves, right? There is moving on. There is suffering in silence here. There is deep emotional loss. Either you really lost somebody that you really loved, or they lost you, or maybe even both. You know, we like to think that other people that we have to leave behind they don't feel the pain, but I feel like they do, right? Or you are leaving behind a mother. For some of you, you're telling your own children possibly that you can't be the mother that they need, or you're sorry that you weren't the mother that they needed, and this allows them to move forward and to heal. For others of you, you could be saying this to your actual mother, and for some of you, you're telling somebody, I can't be your mama. You have to, I'm not going to be your mother. I'm not going to raise you. Like in romantic sense, like you might be telling your partner, I'm not going to be your mother. I'm not your mama. But there is moving on. But this like allows this pain that you're feeling, also the pain that they're feeling too, because they are feeling it, whomever this is, it allows for healing. You see the fire here in the heart, and see the green in the fire, right? This allows for someone's heart to open up and heal. It's painful, but there is healing here. It's painful. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Why is the emotional loss here? Yep, heart chakra in reverse. This pain, whatever you're feeling, whatever this person is feeling, is allowing healing to take place. Why is fertility? Why is the Empress reverse? It's like you know where you stand with someone. Whether that be an actual mother. Yeah, okay. So fertility in reverse, so the Empress reverse says it has positive movement forward, but it's in reverse. Somebody here doesn't want to move on, but there's no other option, right? There's no other option but to move on. Someone's heart has been very, very closed off to love, either giving and or receiving, maybe even both. And this pain, either that you're feeling or they're feeling, again, could be both, is going to allow for this to happen, for the heart to really open, for there to really be healing. So when the pain of not changing outweighs the pain of change, people change. So whatever's happening here is really kind of, is like the catalyst for you and somebody else to change. Whatever's happening here. But somebody here doesn't want to move on. Somebody here also doesn't see positive movement forward with you. Or you don't see positive movement forward with somebody. Why is moving on here? The waiting game in reverse. Somebody here can no longer wait on the other person to get it together. And someone here is literally moving on, no matter how painful it actually is for them to move on. They're moving on. I'm not waiting anymore. I don't want to wait anymore for you to get it together or to do right or whatever the case may be. It could be, again, it could be a family member. Someone could be talking about you, Cancer. Or Cancer, this could be somebody else, a romantic partner as well. But somebody here, whomever I'm talking about, is no longer waiting for there to be positive movement forward. They're just moving on. It is painful. It is. But this pain is is like the catalyst. This pain is the catalyst for the heart to really open up. Why is suffering in silence here? Base chakra in reverse. Somebody here does not feel stable. Somebody here does not feel grounded. They don't feel stable. They don't feel centered. Someone's emotions are not stable right now. Yours or theirs, maybe even both, because I kind of get that vibe that it's both. Both people are really emotionally upset right now. And this suffering in silence is like someone's kind of shook to their core or shook to their foundation by pain, rocked, you know what I'm saying? Like rocking to someone's core or to like bedrock here, to their foundation. Someone's upset to the point of like feeling unstable, but I don't mean like unstable. I mean like unstable. Like there's a lot of pain that I'm feeling from this reading, but it's from both parties. So if you honestly feel like your person romantic wise, or it could be a family member, because I get strong family or romantic partner, or maybe you and this romantic partner are, you know, family members, or like, you know, like y'all have a family together. If you think or feel that this person does not care, I promise you, you're wrong. They care very much. They're very emotionally rocked. So are you, though. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. And I'm not invalidating or condoning or anything like that, any bad behaviors or what anything or anybody has done or hasn't done. Okay? Nevertheless, this right here feels like it's a catalyst for both parties. Okay, whether it's romantic or if it's family or platonic. I feel like it could really be both. Like, I feel like I'm talking to two sets of cancers. One is romantic, the other set is maybe it's family, to really heal. This situation between you and this person, this romantic partner or family member, and if it's a family member, it's a mother figure. It's a mom. Or a grandmother maybe. Or someone you looked at like a mom, or maybe they look at you like a mom. Because you could definitely be the mother. In Cancer, that is your archetype, is the mother. Okay? Whatever is transpiring here, it's a catalyst for both parties. Whether you guys are on the same path, you go your separate ways, you go on the same path, whatever, it's the catalyst to allow both of you to seriously do some hard healing work. Like, I'm going to say hard healing work, but like some deep healing work that needs to be done. I'm talking to some Cancers and or cross watchers, both, okay, whomever I'm talking to, who's needed to do some deep diving, some deep healing for quite some time, who's maybe kind of put it off, maybe denied it, pushed it to the side, forgot about it, and tried their best to avoid it. But this can't be avoided anymore. That's what I'm feeling. The healing that needs to be done for each individual involved here can no longer be avoided. There's pain. Healing is not linear. Number one, healing isn't linear. Okay? It doesn't go straight in a line. It's a never-ending process. Right? And there's no time limit on it. There really isn't. But yeah, the healing part can no longer wait. The moving forward can no longer wait. Because whomever is moving forward, that's you or somebody else here, and leaving somebody behind, this mother figure, whether you're being left behind or you're leaving someone behind, or you're telling somebody, I can't be your mama, or I can't be the mother that you deserved, or I'm sorry I wasn't the mother that you deserved, or someone saying that to you. I don't know the situation. It's going to be different for everybody. Whatever it is, it's leading, even though both parties are at different, like, junctures on the path, on their path, that's fine, right? But it's leading everyone to a place of healing and having your heart actually open. Not just saying you have your heart open, not just saying that you're empathic, not just saying you're compassionate, not just saying you feel everything, but actually feeling everything. Actually feeling it. Not just saying it, but feeling it. And part of that feeling everything is feeling all the things that you don't want to feel at the same time. And dealing with it. So somebody here is feeling all the things that they have either denied themselves from feeling, ignored, avoided, pushed aside, denied, pushed, repressed, pushed down. One or both parties. But now it's time to feel it. It's so cliche to say this. But I'm gonna say it. You have to feel it to heal it. It sounds very cliche and kind of trendy and whatever, but it's actually very true. You can't heal something that you are not allowing yourself to feel. That's the truth. You have to grieve all losses or perceived losses. Grief is grief, and it has many different stages, and it also is, it's not linear. It's not. One day you might be in the sad part. Next day you might be in the angry part. One day you might be accepting it. The next day you might be angry again. It's not linear. It's just not. I wish it was. It'd be great, right? You complete one step, you go to the next one, but that's not how it works. But somebody here is like having to feel all the feels, and I feel like it's actually both. I don't feel like it's one or the other. So whether you're dealing with a romantic partner and this is happening with, where y'all both are kind of going your separate ways, both of you, even if you think this person doesn't feel it, I promise you, they feel it. Okay, they feel it. Okay, maybe they think that you don't feel it, but you feel it, right? If it's a family thing, whether you're a mom and someone is telling you, or whether you're, a daughter or son, whatever, and your own mother is telling you, I'm sorry, I wasn't the mother that you needed. I'm sorry, I couldn't be the mother that you deserved. Or, Cancer, you could be telling your own kid or your own kids that, right? Or for some of you, you might be telling somebody, I can't be your mother. You have to be your own parent. You have to reparent yourself. Somebody here is trying to reparent themselves. Or, you know what? It could be a combination of all of that wrapped up into one. Because there's a lot of that I'm feeling. And there's a lot of pain here. But here's the thing. For all parties, whether it's a parent, whether it's an adult child, whether it's a lover, partner, what have you, whatever it is, whomever it is that you're dealing with, both of y'all are feeling, all of y'all are feeling it, right? Because again, it could be a combination of it all, right? Everyone's feeling their feels, but everybody's going in different paths. However, it leads everybody to the same point, which is healed or healing. Because healing, there's no end destination to it, because we're always healing. Hopefully, we're always growing and evolving and changing through our experiences. We take knowledge plus experience, which what brings wisdom, right? But we have to feel things. We have to feel all the things, all the feelings, all the pain, all the anger, the jealousy, the rage, the sadness, of the depression, and I'm not wishing that on y'all. Nevertheless, all the disgust, the shame, the guilt, to feel it all in order for you to process it. If you don't feel it, you're never going to be able to let it go. Whether it's resentment, whether it's bitterness, jadedness, inadequacies, insecurities, whatever it is, I don't know. And that also includes your other feelings like joy, happiness, love, compassion, empathy. I also like to think the feeling of awe is like a feeling instead of like being awestruck, but it's like feeling of awe and wonder. Like that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I may not be making sense. Anyways, you have to feel it all. And you have to process and grieve the things that you have lost or that you perceived you have lost in order to get to this. Because this is like the end goal. For the most part. It's not really being the empress. It's not really being the emperor. I'm sorry. But I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But this is just how I feel in this reading for some reason. It's like somebody's identity or who they thought that they were is not who they actually are. Maybe they're seeing that. Maybe everybody is. It's like there's a giant mirror being shown to everybody involved in this situation. And everybody is seeing everybody else the way that they are versus how they want to see themselves. And it's like, see, true empathy is not just putting yourself in someone else's shoes, but it's seeing yourself through someone else's eyes and how you have an impact on that person's life. Good, bad, indifferent, everything in between. That's empathy. Yes, putting yourself in someone else's shoes, trying to feel how they would feel for whatever reason, like whatever's going on, like trying to empathize with them. But I take it a little step further. I want to see myself and how I have an effect on people through someone else's eyes and feel it. And then try to make some adjustments if I need to make adjustments. That's what this is. Yes, being an emperor is great. Being an empress is great. Being, I don't know, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, all that stuff is great. Being, I don't know, whatever, right? Whatever the cards are, it's great. But this card, yes, it may be the Ace of Wands, but it can talk about passion begins, but I feel like it's not about like a sexual passion or a new romance. This is like what excites your heart. What lights your soul on fire? What do you feel? What do you feel? What do you understand? How do you feel about X, Y, and Z? What do you understand about that feeling? Why do you feel the way you feel? This is like really tapping into that deep compassion, that deep understanding of who you are as a person. And I feel like this is happening for everybody involved. I don't know what lit the match for this. I don't know what happened. Or, so I've been told my readings can tend to be future predictive. I don't know if it's something maybe someone sees on the news. I don't know if it's like an event. I don't know if it's a breakup. I don't know if it's a birth. I don't know if it's a loss. I don't know what it is. It does feel like there is a loss of some kind, but I don't know what kind. Because there's different types of losses, right? But whatever the situation is, okay, it's like, it really is the catalyst here. And I feel it very deeply. Like, it feels very potent. Like, it feels very, like, tangible. Like, it's so deep. This is so intrinsic to someone's, like, movement forward. This is imperative. This is a pivotal moment for each party involved. This moment in time, it's like a heartbreak, but it's like your heart had to break. I know, as fucked up as that sounds, I'm not wishing that, but your heart had to break. You, theirs, and everybody included. Everybody's heart's broken right now. It's what it feels like. In order for the pieces of that heart to be put back together in the right order, correctly. Sometimes you got to fall apart so you can fall back together. Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to fall apart so you can fall back together. Sometimes when you lose yourself, you actually find yourself. So that's what I don't know who this is for, but it's really deep. I'm not saying I wish you pain. I'm not wishing your person pain, your family pain, whatever this is. I'm not wishing that on you or them. I'm not. Please understand that. But I do see it here. I got chills. Whatever this is about, this literally is the catalyst. This is a pivotal moment in each person who's involved in this life to change for the better. For the better. Because think about it. If you're carrying around anger, trauma, resentment, bitterness, bad coping mechanisms, defensive mechanisms, I don't know, just all those things, right? Harboring hard, thick feelings, okay, which aren't necessarily bad. They're there for a reason. Your feelings are real. They're right and they're valid because they are your feelings, Cancer. But that also applies to everybody else, Cancer. Even people that you don't agree with. Their feelings matter too. And are valid and right because it's their feelings. Right? This is the acceptance of that. Somebody, well, I feel like it's not just somebody. I feel like it's you. If it's a romantic person, it's them. If it's a family member, it's them. If it's an adult child, it's them. Or whomever you're dealing with. I feel like it's multiple people here. I feel like this might be like a family unit or like, I don't know. It just feels kind of familial, like family. Also romantic as well. Everybody feels like, yes, a lot of people are going to go their separate way. Yes. That's their path. And that's okay. It hurts. Yes. But it's their path. But everybody's going to end up here. You know? Everybody is where they're supposed to be currently in this moment in time. Everybody is going to feel what they need to feel. And then everyone can move. Right? I would just encourage you and cross-watcher, whomever I'm talking to, don't deny yourself the negative feelings. Because there's a whole world of depth that you're missing. If you don't allow yourself to, or you don't acknowledge your negative feelings, you don't allow yourself to feel those negative feelings, and you keep pushing them down, repressing them, ignoring them, avoiding them, they do show up. They show up because you know what happens? They sit there and they fester. And then eventually it just festers so much that the fester stuff boils over and it spills out to every aspect of your life. It's better to deal with it when it arises, when it's there, than to push it down. I'm not judging you, but to push it down, like I'm speaking from personal experience here. I got dragged by the universe, by the divine, by God, whomever you want to call it. I got dragged because I refused to deal with my negative emotions at one point. I mean, I would acknowledge them, but I didn't know how to heal them. I didn't know what to do with them. I mean, they were there, but what do you do? Therapy. I'm telling y'all, therapy does wonders. Wonders. But I feel like here it's like, you gotta feel what you need to feel. Like, I don't know who I'm talking to, but please don't deny yourself. Don't deny yourself. Don't deny your own feelings. Don't gaslight yourself by denying that you have negative emotions or negative feelings. It's not low vibe. I'm so sick of hearing that shit. You know what's low vibe or whatever, low frequency, low vibration? Denying that you actually have negative emotions. Because not only is that self-deprivation, self-defeating, self-denying, and self-invalidating. Where do you think these emotions go? They don't just disappear. They fester. And eventually, they spill over, they boil over. And then next thing you know, it's everywhere. So, it's not low vibe to have a negative emotion or negative emotions. Okay, fear is natural. It keeps you alive. Ego isn't necessarily bad. Okay? Your ego is there for a reason. It is pretty much to keep you alive. If you didn't have that, and you didn't have a little bit of fear, you probably wouldn't be alive right now. So it's about, is your ego in check? Because you can't get rid of it. But is it in check? Right? Is it under control? Does your ego control you, or do you control your ego? Does your heart control your ego, or does your ego control you? You see what I'm saying? So, there's nothing wrong with that. it's just like, how do you handle it? How do I explain this? It's like, how do you work with do you let your ego run you, or do your heart, run your ego? Sorry about that, but it's like my family. So there's no shame in feeling what you feel. It's not nothing to be ashamed of. If you feel anger, you feel anger. If you feel, I don't know, whatever it is that you feel, they're there for a reason. You feel the way you feel for a reason. And to deny that is literally bypassing yourself, gaslighting yourself, invalidating yourself, and that doesn't do you any good. I'm not saying you got to wallow in it. I'm not saying you got to roll around in toxic emotions, or, or get stuck in it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not promoting that. What I'm saying is reflect on it. Allow yourself to feel what you need to feel so you can finally heal that. Maybe journal about it, go to therapy about it, do workbooks about it, whatever it is that helps you, as long as it's constructive to yourself and not destructive, not a destructive coping mechanism, to allow yourself to feel what you need to feel so you can move on, move forward. And I'm talking to Cancer, Crosswatcher, whomever's listening. It's okay to feel what you feel. I don't know. I feel like somebody needs to be told that. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to feel what you need to feel. That doesn't make you less high vibe or whatever. You know what's really high vibing? Let me tell you what high vibing to me is. Now, I'm not saying I got all the answers. And I know there's a lot that I don't know. There's so much that I don't know. And that's how much I know. Okay? But what I'm saying is like, to me, what high vibing is you acknowledge the great emotions, the happy emotions, the things that make you feel warm and fuzzy and good on the inside, right? But you also acknowledge the ones that don't make you feel so good too. And you deal with them so they don't block you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that makes sense. So let me see. Some of y'all need to go to the dentist. I'm not a dentist or doctor. Some of y'all need to go to the dentist though. One of y'all got a tooth that's might be starting to go bad a little bit. Just go get it checked out. If it hurts, whatever, So, go get it checked. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Let's see. What else for Cancer? Y'all gonna get through it though. Cancer, Crosswatcher. Y'all will get through this. I'm not, ouch. Ouch. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, because anything worth having or doing isn't necessarily easy, But I can promise you it'll be worth it. That I can say. Okay. What else does Cancer need to know? I'm going to read these from the book though, okay? Yeah. Seven of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let me just tell you what I'm getting from this before I look at the book. I love this deck, by the way. I thoroughly, truly love this deck. I love its interpretation. Oh, I'm sorry. So excuse me. Sorry about that. I love this deck though. Seriously, the meanings of the cards are so deep, and I love that. I love it. Okay, but what I'm getting from this intuitively is like, this is like somebody who doesn't want to, they want to use logic over feeling. And hey, logic is there for a reason too. It's got its place too. Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes you got to utilize logic only before you proceed and do something out of emotion that can either be a bad decision, take you off course, what have you, right? Sometimes you just got to do things out of, hold on one second. The kids are calling me. Hold on. Sorry about that. One of my kids is at their friend's house playing like D&D or whatever, like a card game. Well, I don't know. Is it I think it's a card game. It's like a role-playing kind of card game. Anyways, they just wanted to stay a lot longer. I'm like, I guess. Okay. Anyways, they're good kids. I'm gonna tell you. Let me just brag first. Can I brag for just 1 second? I got some great kids. Nobody's perfect, right? But I got some great kids, and I'll cry about it, but I got some great kids. I really do. I'm very fortunate, very blessed. Back to you though. This is someone who's using like logic over heart, and you know, hey, it has this place, it has this purpose. It's necessary. Sometimes you got to make head over heart decisions. 100%. I get it, right? But we also have the Knight of Swords reverse. To me, this is like ruminating over the same thing over and over and over and over and not able to let it go. With the King of Wands reverse, it's like the ego won't let you let it go, or it won't let them let it go, or everybody like wants to, it's like fighting to be right when everybody's actually right. It's like everybody's it feels like everyone's fighting about feelings, right? And that their feelings are right, but their feelings can't be right if mine are right. See, that's where you're wrong. It's not neither nor, it's and also. Your feelings are right, Cancer. My phone cute. I don't know. I thought I heard my phone ringing. Your feelings are right and true and correct because they're your feelings. And everybody else's feelings, even if you don't like it, even if you don't agree, their feelings, their perspectives are right and true to them because it's their feelings too. Even if you don't like it, and if your feelings are right and valid and true to you, even if other people don't like your feelings. Because feelings are feelings. They are not logical. Feelings are not logical. They're feelings. Feelings, emotions are not based in fact. They're not. That's why they're right for everybody. Because everybody has their own feelings, and how they feel is right for them. And true for them. And valid for them. You see what I'm saying? This is like y'all getting in your ego. But again, the ego is there for a reason. It's there to keep you alive. And it's not that the ego is necessarily bad. It can become that way when a person only lives there, right? When that's the only thing that drives them. That's when you become like, you know, other things, right? Let's take a look. Let's looky. What is this Queen of Swords about? I am going to look at the Seven of Swords here in the reverse. This is like, for me, kind of coming out of denial. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe can't hide from it anymore. Like, you can't hide anymore. I'm going to look at that too. But let's see. Where's the Queen of Swords? Hold on. And then this would be like your guidance. But I do want to get your zodiac signs and your Scrabble tiles. Let's do this real quick. There we are. It's the articulator, and it's in the upright, and it says, articulate, mature female who expresses thoughts and ideas without reservation, quick-witted, pointed and searing, gift of language and expression, a fabulous conversationalist with the ability to speak to anyone, anywhere, in any situation. But it's coming from a place of logic. This is logical. This is logic, right? Why is the Nine of Swords reversed? And it talks about self-critique, but it's in reverse. Ooh, this is a long one. And it says, examine the intensity and power of your mind on its darkest night. I'm telling you, this is like ruminating bad. Most of what occurs in the world has nothing to do with you. Flip your worst case scenario inside out to discover the glittering jewels within. Negative thinking, self-blame, and shame feed the ego just as much as an overinflated sense of importance. They are two sides of the same coin. So basically what they're talking about here, self-blame and shame, is codependency. An overinflated sense of importance is narcissistic personality. Both a narcissist and a codependent. Some people say, oh, it's the narcissist and empath paradigm. No. And if you're talking about that, an empath is codependent. Okay, if that's what you're saying. Because here's the reality of that whole narcissist empath paradigm. In psychology, it's actually the narcissist and a codependent person. A codependent person blames themselves for everybody else's problems. Right? A narcissistic person, or a narcissist, and I'm not a doctor, but an actual narcissist blames everybody else except themselves. Okay? Nevertheless, a narcissist is codependent on the validation and attention that they get from the outside world. And a codependent is codependent on the validation that they get from the outside world. They're both codependent. They're two sides of the same coin of codependency. That's the truth. So let's stop glorifying this narcissist and empath paradigm. Because let me tell you something. If that's what you're saying, then you're saying you're codependent. Because that's what it really is. The narcissist and empath paradigm is really a narcissist and a codependent person who's addicted to the narcissist, trauma bonded. And the narcissist is addicted to the codependent person because they have power over the codependent person. And the codependent person is addicted to giving away their power. The narcissist is addicted to the codependent to have power over. And not to mention the validation I talked about. Both the codependent and the narcissist are both codependent. Both. Just one turns it inward, the codependent does, and the narcissist projects it outward. That's the only difference between the two. Both are manipulative. A narcissist may or may not be aware of it. A lot of times they are aware of it. A codependent person may not be aware of it at all. Okay, I did learn that. I learned a lot about that in therapy. Now, I may not use the exact words, okay, because I'm a little rusty. And I'm not saying I got all the answers. I don't. And I know I don't. And there's a lot that I don't know. Okay, there's so much I don't know. I know how much I actually don't know. But I know a little bit. Okay, a little bit. I encourage you to do your own research. And I encourage you to always vet me. To please vet me. Okay, don't just take my word for it. See if it makes sense to you. Look it up. Do your research. You know, please. I encourage that. Take that power into your own hand and do that research. Because it will actually make you feel powerful. It will make you feel a little bit stronger and a little bit more powerful. Okay, I promise you. Okay, that I do know that. Okay, and I don't know everything, but I know a little bit, and I feel at least that it does make me feel good sometimes. It makes me feel better, anyways. If I'm having a rough day, I just Google what I need to understand and try to be informed. You know, so I can understand better and see how I feel about it. But this whole like narcissist empath paradigm, it's not what you think it is. Yes, usually a narcissist does get with someone who's very empathic. But typically a narcissist gets with somebody who's deeply insecure and needy and codependent. That's the truth. Someone who isn't healed. Someone who is kind of raw. Okay? And that they see that they can exploit and have power over. Because that's ultimately what a narcissist truly wants, at least from my understanding. from my understanding. Again, do your own research, please. If you have a therapist or you are a therapist, you probably know better than I do. But I'm just saying, that's how I understand it, and that's just how I'm perceiving it, right? I could be totally wrong. So take it for, please do your own research, okay? I don't want to like mess anybody up, okay? Just maybe think about it, or just, call me out in the comment section. Don't be rude or disrespectful, because I'll block you. Now that I won't tolerate. I won't do that. But if you have links to articles, maybe books, something like that maybe might point to something that maybe I don't understand or maybe I'm wrong about, hey, I will look at it. I will read it. And I was like, okay, because I'm open to learn and I want to grow. And if I don't know something, I can always learn something new. So that's okay too, right? That's why we're here. We're here to teach each other and to learn from one another. There's things that y'all can teach me. There's things I can teach y'all. At least I hope I can. Okay? But please don't get stuck on the narcissist empath. Okay? Because really what it means is there's a narcissist who's codependent on the empath, on the other person, and that person is codependent. Who gives their power away. And that's truly what the narcissist actually wants, is power and control. By any means necessary. But they're also codependent on that power and control. You see what I'm saying? That's why when a codependent person starts using boundaries to, sets boundaries, starts feeling better about themselves, set those healthy boundaries, taking a stand for themselves, that's when they usually start to freak out. Because they're losing control. And that's what they're addicted to, is the power and the control. At least from my understanding. Okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant. I really don't like that. I'm sorry. I hope that helps. Again, I could be totally wrong. But that's how I feel. That's how from my understanding, please do your own research though, okay? And again, if there's something I'm not understanding, link it in the comment section below. If there's a book, an article, something, or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can always if you want, you can go to my Facebook page, which is linked in my description box, and you can send me a private message. Or my Instagram, you can DM me material if you don't want to post it in the comments. If you don't feel comfortable with that, that's okay too. You can always you can even email it to me if you like. I will look into it. You have my word. I will. Okay? And it says here, flip your worst case scenario inside out to discover the glittering jewels within. Negative thinking, self-blame, and shame feed the ego just as much as an overinflated sense of importance. They are two sides of the same coin, or same brain. Stop playing the role of victim, savior, aggressor, etc., and begin the work of being your true self. How? Baby steps. Create a diary of dark thoughts. And write down all the horrible thoughts you think about yourself and other people. Be brutally honest. Every week, choose one single dark thought and rewrite it from a positive point of view. Each time you catch yourself thinking the negative version, replace it with the empowering one. What did I just talk about? I love what I do. Let me tell you, this is why I love what I do. Yes, I like to spill the tea sometimes. I love all that too. But this is what I love to do. Ooh. All right. So the next one we got is the King of Wands reverse. I love this deck so much. I want to really just learn this deck because it is I love it. Who made this deck? Sasha Graham, art by Abigail Larson. I love you both. If you ever see this, I love you. You're awesome. Amazing. Amazing deck. I'm just saying. It's truly amazing. It's incredible. Love it. Okay, so here we go. So it says danger abounds in repressed wand energy. explosive energy turned inward, self-destructive tendencies, dictator or authoritarian-like control, victimhood, blaming others for personal problems, lack of personal responsibility, a danger to oneself and others, let emotion pass, take a breath, phone a friend. Yeah, this is when the dark emotions fester. This is when the dark emotions and feelings and dark thoughts fester and boil over. Here it is. That's what happens. You know, this is like denying the emotion completely, just coming from a place of logic. This is, I need, like, it's the dark emotions are like, oh, they're stirring, it's boiling up, right? And then this is when it boils over. Why is the Seven of Swords here in the reverse? It feels like it's coming out of denial possibly, or maybe it's coming to some form of realization. Let me get to it. And it says, the shadow aspect says, what are you hiding from? True avoidance of a person, place, or thing is indifference. So avoiding your feelings, avoiding things, avoiding people. I'm not saying you should be around people who are abusive. I'm not saying that. But avoiding your emotions is not the same as healing. It's not. It's denial. The conscious desire to avoid something usually stems from desire. Our defenses emerge when we discover what we want, then realize we could lose it. The stakes are high. Are you ready to embrace your desire? Can you face what you've been running away from? Give yourself the advantage by setting up the game rules, facing your opponent honestly and moving from the heart. And I feel like you're facing yourself. Yep. You and everybody else who is included in this, y'all are facing yourself. You're facing yourself. I think for some of you, it might be the first time. Others of you may not be. Maybe like this, you know, multiple times on the rodeo, right? But y'all are facing yourself. That's good. It ain't pretty. It's not fun, but it's good. It is good. All right, who are you dealing with? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do an extended. No, I'm not going to do an extended for this. Spirit, should I do an extended? They said, yeah, why not? This is what they said. Okay. All right, you could be dealing with a Leo, a Virgo, a Gemini, yourself, Cancer, a Pisces, a Libra, and a Sagittarius. What does that say? Taurus. So Cancer, you could be dealing with a Leo, Virgo, Gemini, yourself, Cancer, a Pisces, Libra, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in your chart and or in theirs, or both. This could also be multiple people involved, because I do feel like it's multiple people. It could be a family dynamic. I don't feel like it's just one thing. I feel like it's a romantic situation. It could be a friend situation and a friend situation and a family situation. It's like it's all kind of like all at once, and which is not fun. I totally understand that. That's real shitty. It's not fun. It is not fun. But nevertheless, it might be necessary, you know. All right, let's see. So this could be first, middle, last initial, your name, their name, anybody else's name involved, as well as words. Sometimes the words are naughty. Let's see. What do you got for Cancer, please? What do you got for Cancer? Here we go. We got quite a bit. Okay. Let me sort them out real quick. Oops. I'm telling y'all, there's this workbook. I swear by it, actually. I kind of do swear by it. I've been looking at it recently, kind of regrouping, going over it. There's actually two workbooks. One is the self-esteem workbook, and the other one is Love is a Choice. I think both of them are faith-based, so if you don't resonate with that, that's okay. You can kind of like, don't worry about that part. The other stuff, though, is really... It'll piss you off. It will make you mad. But it will target what needs to be targeted within you. not anybody else, within you. It will look at all the stuff, though. It will look at all the things that need to be looked at. You know? But it's all gonna be okay. Don't worry. Do the work, right? It's a process. Trust it and do the work. So it's called the Self-Esteem Workbook is what it's called. And then the other one is called Love is a Choice. I also will recommend the book called Boundaries. It's like red, has like a pencil on it that's drawing a line, like a cross, like that. It's Boundaries. That's kind of important too. And anything else, you know, it's good, you know. All right, here we go. First letter is H, G, I, O, E, A, C, L, A, U, B, D, S, I, P, E, oops, R, there's a lot this time, A, I, R, I, B, and E. All right, that is your letters. Let me get some of these real quick. What else for Cancer and or cross-watcher? What else for Cancer? What else for Cancer, please? So they need to be on. Okay. That's good. Okay. I like this. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad, Cancer, because you got astrological transits favor you at this time. In your second house, material possessions, money, work, income, values, aesthetics, luxuries, security, attitude towards possessions. So that's being affected right now. But it's working out in your favor, right? There is a catch. There's a caveat here. The blood moon. And it says, beginnings, endings, shadow work. Emotional cleansing and reset. Spiritual growth, emotional baggage, destruction, and unexpected situations. And it is hitting you in your first house, even though you are being favored in your second house. Did I say first house? I meant second house. So your finances, right? I feel like a lot of you put and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, but if you put too much value and too much weight into your worldly possessions, meaning like you put too much value in that, like if you, how do I explain this, Spirit? Help me. Okay. If you let your money and material wealth, status define you as a person, to tell you that if you have value or not, that is being dealt with big time. Okay? Your money, your car, your house does not define you as a person. Your integrity does. Your personal morals, your code, your ethics, your integrity, your self-respect, your dignity, your compassion, your love, your empathy does. Not your material wealth. You can have all the money in the world and still be not a nice person. Not a good person. Money doesn't make you a good person. Yes, money is not bad. Money can do great things, and it definitely can provide for you, for sure. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, what is your relationship to money? Do you let money define you as a person, or do you define your relationship and what money means to you, or do you let money define you? That's being looked at among all the other stuff we looked at. I'm telling you, it's shadow work. It's shadow work, big time. Okay, that I guess I'm going to take it to the extended. I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll figure it out. That link will be in the description box below, in the comment section below. This is very, very deep. Very deep reading. I kind of love it, though. I do. I know it's long. It's like an hour. But it was worth it. It was so worth it to me. Thank you. Thank you, Cancer, for being here with me right now and allowing me to read these cards for you. Because let me tell you, this did something for me. Okay, it did something for me on my heart. And I'm probably going to think about this reading if I remember it. If not, I'll watch it myself. Because I'm sure there's messages in here for me. In fact, I know there are. For sure. Now, I'm always, I'm a Scorpio. We're born into shadow work. That's just our life. We are walking shadow work. Literally. I love reflecting on things. I have to chew on stuff. I have to really sit with it. I have an Aquarius moon as well. I have to sit there and analyze it, really analyze it. I'm a very analytical person, and I'm really analytical because I'm also a Scorpio, but I have to really I want to take it apart by the threads, and I want to really evaluate things. Maybe I do that a little too much sometimes. I can get what's called analysis paralysis, where I can't do anything until I'm done analyzing it to death. So I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. That's a difficult spot for me sometimes. I struggle with that too, but I'm working on it. But I'm going to reflect on this. This has got some substance, some meat to it, and I enjoyed it. I hope it helps you. I hope it brings you peace. And I hope whatever you're going through, I hope it all works out however it's supposed to. I really do. I love you. Link to the extended in the description box and comment section below, as well as your next 3 months. Cancer, take care of yourself. Till next time.